Hey guys, Mr. Bomber coming to you guys here with another Destiny video. And today I just want to talk about a topic about Destiny, obviously. There's a phrase that's been getting thrown around a lot lately, excuse me, that Destiny is dying, so to speak. Now, do I personally agree with this statement? Yes, I do. Now, while many of you know, if you've seen any of my previous videos, I used to love this game. I played this game religiously almost every day since its release. So this is coming from a Destiny vet, and these are just my personal opinions backed with some other things that I'll talk about here. Now, going back to what I was saying, is Destiny dying? Well, let's just start. I'll talk about where it kind of started for me. I thought year one of Destiny was great. I loved playing with everybody through year one, and year two comes around with the Taken King, and I thought it was great at first. I thought the Taken King was finally taking Destiny into the right steps of what it needed to do to grow and develop as a game. Because like with House of Wolves, it felt like a complete game, but it felt like the Taken King just took it to a whole new level, and it was just so fun at that point for me, anyways. I love the Taken King at the start. Well, then the raid comes out, and I still to this day haven't completed the raid. And I know what some of you are going to say, oh, it's not that hard. But it just seemed like no matter what group I got with, we just could never finish the raid. People would just get mad and bail out, or people would just get bored or uninterested, or they would go and join another raid group. Just something always got in the way. And I've gotten all the way up to Oryx and almost killed him, but I've just never completed the raid. And I'm a very patient person, and I tried to stick it out every time, but it was like people just didn't want anything to do with it, and they would just get mad and quit, which is the case a lot. But it's like, I don't know, it's just something special about this time around for the normal raid. And getting back to this point, I was with the raid, and then like the hard raid comes out, and obviously since I hadn't beat the normal raid, I haven't even jumped into the hard raid at all. Like I haven't even attempted it yet, because while the hype train for the Taken King was starting to wear off, a new hype train. I was getting on a new hype train, and that was the hype train for Fallout 4. Because as you know, I am a huge Bethesda fan. I love Bethesda games, more particularly the Elder Scrolls and Fallout. So I'm already super hyped for Fallout 4, and I'm starting to take a little bit of time out of Destiny. I still played it basically every day, but I was taking more days than I normally do out of playing the game. Well then, we'll fast forward a bit to the Festival of the Lost, and my main point of why Destiny is becoming ruined. I'm just going to throw it right out there. Microtransactions are ruining Destiny. Now, I know a lot of people don't agree with that, and I understand why. But if the Kotaku article that got leaked had any truth to it, then we know that Bungie still has unreleased DLC that they haven't sold to us yet that were supposed to have been in the base game. And so that already had me extremely angry. Like, I was already kind of mad, but I could get past the Dark Below and the House of Wolves. Because after that, I thought the Taken King was completely brand new content. And to an extent, I guess sort of it was, because it was modified from the original story. But the Taken King was supposed to have been a part of year one, at least storyline based. So, like I was saying, we'll fast forward to the Festival of the Lost, and this is where like the major microtransactions start coming into play. Like the very first microtransactions, I had no problem with them at all. Just little emotes, they're not expensive at all. You could get them super easily, and they just gave you a couple for free, and I thought that was awesome. If cosmetic items don't change the way you play the game at all, sure, why not? And they were all just rare to start out with, except for like 2 dances, which were legendary. Now, I could get past that. But with Festival of the Lost, I felt that Bungie really sort of overstepped their boundaries when it comes to DLC, or not DLC, excuse me, microtransactions. And getting back onto that point, as most of you know, the Thriller dance was for sale during the Festival of the Lost. And I wanted this dance very badly because I do love the song Thriller, and it was just really cool. Here's where it got out of hand. They wanted to charge an outrageous, laughable amount of $7 whole just for a little emote. Almost $10 for just an emote. That is ridiculous. And if I'm sorry if you don't, if you for some reason think that that's reasonable, that is not a reasonable amount for an emote at all. I would pay $3 is what I would be most comfortable with. In all honesty, it's probably worth about $1. I might pay $3 for something like that, and 5 would just be the pinnacle, like the absolute most I could see an emote being sold for. But they decided to take it another step forward and sell this thing for $7. Now, that gets me to another point of what is Destiny really about once you get to the end game. Once you've beaten all the raids and you're max level and have all the best gear, Destiny becomes about being cooler and having better gear than your friends in raid group. Anybody that knows Destiny knows this, that once you're at the end game and you're max level, that's what Destiny is about, essentially. And what microtransactions do is they simply sell you these things. Now you might be saying, oh, well, these things usually they don't have anything to do with your light score. You're not going to pay to win at all. But in all honesty, when you're trying to get better than other people and make your character as cool as he can possibly be, you then get into your collection. Everybody that plays Destiny has their collection, more specifically exotics, but it can go for anything in the game. Now, getting into the Festival of the Lost, we had the masks, which weren't really a big deal. You could get them all if you played long enough, but it was like, I ended up getting most of the masks up to a point where there were about 4 masks that it just seemed no matter how hard I tried, RNG was not on my side, and I could not get these masks. While on the other hand, there could have been other people just simply buying the masks, and sure, RNG is there, but it increases your chances of getting those masks so much higher than anybody that's getting them through the game that it's just absurd. And it's just like in a game where your collection is basically all that matters at the end game, when you can basically just pay to earn that collection, it doesn't feel special anymore. And that was one of the main reasons that I love Destiny and that I love to play it every day, was because I felt that I had a need to grow my collection and it made me feel special in the community. And then getting on to my next point I'll be making is what happened the other day with Bungie selling the stat boosts. Now this is literally the main reason I'm making this video right now. If you don't know already, the Taken King gives you a one-time use of a level 25 instant level boost, and it's like, sure, that was cool, but you can get to level 25 in less than a day, 2 days max if you're playing all day. Any Destiny player knows that it's not hard at all to get to level 25. Now, this is where it gets out of hand. They give you the one for free, but now they're simply selling this 25 level boost for $30. This is the most ridiculous, laughable amount of money that you could pay for something so small and insignificant in a game. I've never heard or seen anything like this. Like, you thought the emote, the Thriller Dance emote was bad. This brings it to a completely new level of like just ludicrousy. I could not even imagine spending $30. That's almost the price of the Taken King itself. $30 for a level 25 stat boost that you can do in less than a day, 2 days max. Now, like I was saying, any seasoned Destiny player knows that you can get to level 25 in less than a day. And this just brings me on to my next point, which is Year 2 content as a whole. Now, Bungie has already announced that they are going to make all of their Year 2 DLC in the form of timed events. Now, this brings me back to the Kotaku article. If you read about the Kotaku article, they say that there is unreleased DLC still waiting to be released that was supposed to be in the base game. So if you read between the lines here, that essentially means that there is DLC that we were supposed to get in Year 1 that is now going to be waiting a whole nother year. That's 2 years total that we won't even see and we have yet to pay for, that was supposed to have been in the base game. Now, I don't know about you, but that just really makes me feel ripped off and cheated by Bungie. And I've been giving Bungie a free pass for far too long now. It's time for me to draw the line they are getting greedy, and they are basically stealing every dollar out of your wallet for this game for things that are not worth that dollar value at all. Now, The Taken King, maybe it did deliver $40 worth of content, but it wasn't worth $40 as a whole. Like, I didn't really feel like I got the amount of satisfaction that I could have if I spent that $40 on maybe something I couldn't have got as many hours out of, but a better game in general that I could have put more time into. I would have had a better time with than The Taken King. So sure, it delivered $40 worth of content, but in my opinion, it wasn't exactly like worth $40. But obviously, that's only opinion based. Now, I've talked about this with other YouTubers, more specifically Say No to Rage, or Lono Got a Gun is the guy that runs the channel. And if you're not already subbed to this guy, you definitely need to hop over there and sub to his channel. He offers loads of great content that are Destiny related. So if you're not already subbed to this guy, you definitely need to hop over to his channel and give it a subscribe, like some of his videos. It'd really help him out. Now, he backs up that this isn't all as bad as we think, but I beg to disagree, because microtransactions, in my own opinion and the opinions of many other players, are just ravaging this game for what it is, and Bungie is just becoming so greedy that I feel I don't even really want to be playing the game right now. And ever since I got Fallout 4, this is probably only the second or third time that I've even played Destiny since I got that game. Now, what's my main point here? Well, the point that I want to make from everything that I brought up in this video, basically, guys, is that you could take that $30 and spend it on something so much more worth your time than Destiny. Because will you have fun with Destiny? Yes, you will. But will you have as much fun as what the game's price tag would incline you to think you will? Absolutely not. And I've been defending this game for so long and bringing up points that now just seem invalid, since Bungie is just proving the haters right on their stinginess and greediness. And it's just like, it's been a waste of my time to try and defend the game, I feel. But going back to what I was saying, my main point is that you could take that $30 and spend it on a game that you're going to get much more enjoyment out of than Destiny. Maybe not as much time, because you can get a lot of time out of Destiny, but you will get much more enjoyment if you put that money towards the purchase of a better game, such as Fallout 4, or if you are on the Xbox, I hear Rise of the Tomb Raider is an excellent game. So anyways, guys, I'd like to close this video with just a little nod to Destiny, sort of like a goodbye, if you will, because I love this game and I had a lot of fun with it, but sadly it seems like I won't be picking it up much after this. If Bungie doesn't change their ways with this game, I'm afraid it might just die after all, unfortunately. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching this video. If you could please leave a like and subscribe to my channel, it would really help me out. And until next time, this is Mr. Bomber signing out.